Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca, and today I'm going to be talking about making plant friends in real life and online. So I'm just gonna jump right in. The best way that I think is to meet local plant friends and plant friends all over is to join Plantstagram. And I think other people have also started using the word Plantstagram. I definitely did not invent it. Plantstagram is Instagram for your plants, and a lot of people have hobby accounts like for their sewing, let's say, or for their plants, or for their crocheting, or I don't know what else people do because that's all I do, but oh, I am an old woman stuck in this young-ish body. But anyway, I would really suggest joining a plant community. I started online. If you know of a plant community in person already, then definitely get over there and join it. But I did not know about a plant community in my area, so I joined Plantstagram and I started posting like crazy, and I started meeting a lot of people, and I didn't meet local people for a long time actually. And I'm going to talk about a solution that I have come up with to that problem, so stay tuned to the end because I'm going to talk about that, not at the end, but closer to the end. Instagram is absolutely loaded with Plantstagrams, and there are seriously, like, I find at least 20 new profiles every single day, and I'm not even on Instagram that much. So with all of these new accounts popping up and the accounts that are already there, you have at your fingertips this amazing community of people who want to help each other, people who want to talk to each other, people who want to admire your plants and have their plants admired in return. Like, it's just the best thing ever. So I would really highly recommend Plantstagram, Instagram for your plants. If you have a personal account and you're just interested in plant accounts and you don't want to make your own, obviously you can still follow people and interact with them. There's a lot of people that follow me that don't have an actual plant account, but I talk to them pretty often. And so in these plant Instagram communities, there have been so many instances where people are sharing advice, or if you see a plant that you've never seen before, you can ask someone what it's called if they didn't already say, and then you can go out and find that plant. And there's just like, there's so many plants that I did not know existed until I joined the plant Instagram community. Lots of opportunities to meet other people and interact with them, and you know, if you ever travel to the city where they are in, you guys can meet up, or if they're in your area, you can meet up, and there's already an established friendship, which is quite a new concept, I guess, with the internet becoming a huge thing, even more every single year. I have met up with a few strangers from Instagram to exchange plants and just to hang out, and honestly, it's been really fun every single time because I think that a lot of plant people are very similar at their core. Like, I think we're a lot of like caretakers or just people who have that extra level of like, I don't know, I really don't know what it is, but anyway, you know what it is and I know what it is, and we just can't put it into words. Also, another way to connect with people is Facebook groups. There is a podcast that I listen to, Bloom and Grow Radio. I talk about it all the time because I love it. Maria, the owner of the podcast, started a garden club on Facebook, and basically it's grown so much, and it's this big community of people on Facebook who share plant events, or they share their Plantstagram, or they are asking for plant advice. Usually it's people asking for plant advice or like plant ID. So if you are knowledgeable about plants and you want to share that knowledge and talk to people, that's a really great outlet. And also, if you have questions, you're a beginner, I still ask questions on there. Obviously, I'm not at all a plant expert. It's been really great to have somewhere to put those questions where I know that someone is for sure going to answer them. Both of these platforms are really awesome for seeking out that plant advice that might be really hard to find on the internet. I found that I was always just Googling care instructions for plants, but it would never give me like a concrete answer. The most effective plant advice I've gotten has been through Instagram and that Facebook group that I mentioned, and there are definitely Facebook groups that are central to your location. Like, if you know of any Facebook groups for plants, please comment down below and let other people know so that they can join. There's someone that I follow on Instagram who always talks about the Toronto Plant Club Facebook page, so definitely like do some searching around on your Facebook internet search bar and maybe type in your city and like plant club, so Tucson Plant Club for me, or Tucson Plant Community, whatever it may be. I personally have not seen one that was houseplant specific. There's a lot of like garden groups talking about outdoor plants. I mean, it's cool, but I'm a houseplant girl. If I wanted that specific advice, I would hope for like a houseplant club, which is what the Bloom and Grow Radio podcast club is. So if you're not already, definitely start listening to her podcast and become a member of that group because it really is so helpful. Okay, so you've made your plant Instagram, or you have infiltrated some sort of plant community on your personal account, and you're ready to meet people near you. So this idea sprouted from, basically, I am also a part of the sewing community on Instagram very recently, but I was kind of like watching from my personal account, and then suddenly was really wanting like those specific tips that I was getting from the plant account for sewing. So I was listening to a podcast, and it's called Love to Sew. If you like sewing, I don't know what you guys like outside of plants. I was listening to their podcast, and they were talking about how they came up with this idea to create these city-specific hashtags. These city-specific hashtags to find other people who sew in your area so that you can connect, exchange advice, whatever it may be. And so that hashtag is your city plus sews. So for me, it would be Tucson sews, Portland sews, whatever the city may be. Okay, so that's just a preface to give credit to the actual, I don't know, original owner of the idea. I just kind of morphed it into plants. So basically what my idea is to create a hashtag network system that includes your city plus indoor jungle. So for me, again, that would be Tucson indoor jungle. So hashtag Tucson indoor jungle, hashtag Portland indoor jungle, hashtag Los Angeles indoor jungle, whatever your city is, and then you add indoor jungle at the end of it. It has not caught on to, I'd say, a majority of the plant community, being that I am a small blip on the butt cheek of Plantstagram. But the world is big, and there's like millions of people in plants, and I just think that it would be so cool that if more people promoted this and talked about it, that it could really catch on in the greater plant community. If this actually turns into something, it could seriously be this amazing network where you could just, if you're traveling somewhere, you type in I don't know, Seattle indoor jungle, and then you find like 30 people in Seattle who you can meet up with or plant swap with, or you know, whatever it may be. You don't even have to meet up with them. You could just ask for recommendations of plenty places to go visit. Like, who better to ask than a local? And even better, a local plant person, because they're usually like 50 times nicer than anybody else. So that is the heart behind the hashtag. That is the thought. I really want to create a way for people to find people near them or in a place that they're going, just to connect and to bring the relationships off the internet. Sometimes it's really good to get out and actually talk to people face to face, and it's really not as scary as you think it is. If you would like to do a plant meetup or anything like that, and you're nervous, or if you know that one is happening and you're nervous to go, maybe you're feeling a little bit anxious about it, I definitely know how that feels, and maybe if you'd like, I can make a video about it, just like how I dealt with I don't know, the fear of judgment or whatever comes with meeting people that you've been talking to online for a while, or even just walking into a room full of people that you've never met before. Like, that was really scary, but it was so worth it, and I made a lot of really great new friends. So anyway, I guess that could be a nice part 2. Let me know if you like that idea. So if you start using this hashtag system, I would just, why am I holding? This is my mascara. If you start using this hashtag system, I would love to post your photos on my stories. I actually have in my highlight bubbles, I'll put up like, let me scoot over so I can put it like right here. I have on my stories, my highlight bubbles have been completely taken over by other people's posts, which is amazing. And I've set it up so that every country has its own bubble. So because plants are literally worldwide, you can just scroll through the country that you're visiting or the country that you live in to see if there's anybody in your area. Now, I know that I have a lot of people that follow me from the United States, so eventually I might need to break down the United States by state or maybe by region, but hey, I'm not there yet. The hashtag isn't that big yet, so in the future I'll need to rethink that. Maybe create a web page or something like that. I mean, it hasn't grown enough to where I really need to start thinking about that yet, but if you guys could promote it and share it and tell other people about it, maybe it would get to that point. So I would love to have to worry about that right now. So those are my tips in meeting plant people near you and in real life. If you would like to continue the conversation in the comments down below, I would love to chat with you. If you need specific tips on Plantstagramming or whatever it may be, I would really love to talk to you in the comments. And also, if you have a specific video idea that you're really wanting to see from me, you can also leave that down in the comments. I have a lot of ideas, but none of them I'm like really stoked about recording right now. So maybe someone else will have an inspiring idea. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you like this video and found it entertaining in any way, I do hope that you like it and subscribe to my channel for more planty content every Tuesday and Thursday. Alright guys, thank you so much. Bye!